see a user volume on me.
Yeah. just turn that down to 0 right under homie. Just get it right down.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the Fuel the Flame podcast. I'm here with JJ the Tubster and MG Homie today. Ben could not make it. He's currently moving right now. So no Benjamin today, or Benai, whatever his name is. I don't know what he is. Anyway, guys, this podcast is sponsored by Glitch. I highly recommend. Behind me, if I don't know if you guys see that, it's actually pink lemonade behind me right now. I'm getting a second one soon. Use code 20. No, that's not right. Use code BLACKFLAME. Use code BLACKFLAME for 25% off all your Glitch orders. Don't use code 25% off. I don't think that'll work.
Nailed it.
Why do you guys make me do this?
Glitch with a Y. Glitch with a Y.
Glitch with a Y, guys. Just do exclamation mark glitch in literally anyone's chat with a Y, of course.
You're getting a second pink lemonade?
So what happened? Well, I didn't tell you guys the full story.
No.
I ordered 2 and a starter kit. The starter kit was for a guy I work with, and one of the pink lemonades was for another guy I work with. And so they got theirs by missing mine. They didn't send out the second one. I emailed them on Friday, and I'm like, "Hey guys, I'm missing something." And then Monday, they're like, "Oh yeah, sorry about that." So they're sending me not only the tub, but also they said a bunch of goodies as well.
So
apologies. So that's pretty cool.
I don't know if you guys saw as well, but I was watching Twitter and I saw Glitch had posted that they were changing their shipping as well. Shipping's supposed to get way cheaper.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think the one that I saw was like GMT. So I'm gonna say that's like Great Britain or Europe. But I'm assuming if they're adjusting one, they're gonna be adjusting all the shipping rates. So for you Canadians, look forward to not spending $25 on shipping.
W.
They said that to me too. You're like, "Oh, sorry about that $56 bill you got at the border." I'm like,
yeah, they made sure to do that after you had paid though. So now it takes effect.
Yeah.
My wife has hijacked my shaker. So
really? Just absolutely took it?
Well, she's been going to the gym a lot more, and she's just like, "Hey, what's that shaker doing there?" And I'm like, "Well, I have to order a tub of Glitch still, but I've been waiting because of the border stuff. So because Upton had to pay this border fee.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I kind of want things to kind of calm down with COVID before I go ahead and order again. So she's just like, "Oh, it's my shaker now."
Okay.
It's been putting a bunch. It's been caking up with protein. So I'm like,
speaking of your Canadian borders, so one of my mods, Miss Dirty Bird, ended up buying one of my old graphics cards. Right?
yeah,
It was $50 on my end to ship it to her, but then they held it as well for her on the Canadian side. It was $167 for her to get the card on top of what I paid.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, "Are you kidding me?" She's like, "No, I can't believe it's this much." Like $167 just to pick it up.
Might as well just bought one new.
I think she still got it cheaper than what would one cost new, but not by much. Not by much.
What card was it?
It was a 970. So it's not like it was it wasn't an incredible card, but
that's crazy, man.
Yeah, which I tried to give her a good deal, but Canada said no.
Yeah, Canada. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, dude.
Crazy. It's not like it's shipping overseas either. We're on the same continent.
I know.
I have another one for you guys. I did this today. I don't think I told JJ yet. I was gonna post it in chat. So you guys know Home Depot, right?
Yeah.
Do I?
Never heard of it. Must be a Canadian thing.
Have you heard the price of wood has skyrocketed like crazy?
It's been like that for like 4 months now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have to build 2 signs tomorrow, and we bought some materials today. We bought 6 what is it? 6 6x6s. They're 12 feet tall. Okay.
I feel it coming. I feel it coming.
12 2x4s that are 8 feet long. Guess the price.
Hold on. So 6 6x12s you said?
No. 6 6x6s.
6 6x6s. Okay. I'm gonna say $300.
$870.
Oh my!
$870.
Oh, dude.
Oh my god!
Right now, I'll put the
invest in
actual
wood today,
what I bought.
boys. Holy smokes.
No
Invest in
right now. You
wood
guys keep
coin.
talking.
Oh my
Holy
god.
frick, dude. That's
I thought
insane.
300 was a little high still. I was like, you say like 270. $800? Have you seen all the memes where it's like they've got a gallon of gas and one piece of plywood and they're all, I've got my entire life savings here.
Yeah,
Or this is
seriously.
my
Holy.
retirement.
That's what it
Oh
feels
my
like, man.
god.
Oh my
Alright,
gosh,
That is
dude.
wild.
the
That's
actual
insane.
thing in chat right now, just so
That
you guys
is
have a visual.
insane. And so
$870.
the crazy thing about that too isn't that like wood is scarce right now. It's the delivery of wood. So like a lot of the places, the shipping yards and everything have tons and tons of wood. They don't have drivers to get the wood to where they need to be. And so
Mhm.
that's where the scarcity actually is.
Oh.
It's insane.
Yeah. Dude, when I saw the price though, even the one
How
checking
much
this
was
out,
one 2x4 at 12 feet or 10 feet?
a 2x4? Oh, I don't remember. I remember the 6x6 around was $100 each. I don't
$100
remember
each
what the
for that.
2x4 was.
It had to
That's
have been
insane.
like $70 then.
It
70
was a
bucks for a
lot.
2x4.
It was so, dude, and like I
To
said, we're just building some like
Yeah.
advertisement signs, like build to suit. That's it.
To put that in
That's what they're
perspective
made for.
too, 6 months ago, that same piece for you would have probably been like $8 a piece, right?
Yeah.
$10 a piece.
It was same with the like it just dude,
It's
where
crazy.
we live in the probably the worst place in the world. Actually, we do live in the worst place in the world when it
As
comes to
far
like
as the
even owning a
dollar.
home.
Yeah.
So building a home with the price it would be in this high is just like one, how do you afford to build one,
You don't.
buy one, or even live here? Like we have to go back to igloo days.
We
Like
need
that's
to.
the only
But
way.
those
Teepees and
those
igloos. We
won't
gotta get
last
back
the
there.
entire year though. That's only
That's true. Our
winter.
whole country's on fire right now. Yeah.
Bro, we gotta
We're
go back to
screwed.
teepees, man. Just
Teepees?
teepees and igloos.
Are we
Teepees.
gonna wear cloth too instead of actual clothing?
I've already started.
I already do that now.
I've got a lot of complaints around my city, but I've kind of already started. But
So
I don't
the
know if you
real
guys.
reason you became a full-time content creator now.
Yeah, I'm actually I have an ankle bracelet. I
Yeah.
can't leave my house. No, but legit, like I don't even know how you can afford to like build a fence, let alone an entire
dude.
house. Like it's insane.
I used to own a fencing company, and like a 250 foot fence was close to $2,000 back then, and this was like 3 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Two grand,
Yeah.
and like most of that was in material. I made hardly any money on them. I couldn't imagine it now. I couldn't imagine quoting someone that same fence and like, yeah, it's gonna be $6,500 in material.
Dude.
Look at me like I was crazy.
It's wild.
Yeah, dude, someone around the corner from one of my properties, they were replacing their fence. Their fence wasn't bad at all. It was fine.
Take
Like, if
that
anything,
wood.
that's just a flex. Like,
Take
I don't know
that
why they're doing that.
Felt like
Build that wall. Take that wood. All right. We should get on to the first topic of today, homie.
Are we-
very
Are we diving right into it?
we could dive right into it.
Homie.
Homie.
The first topic we have is these uncapped subathons have been going on. I want to say Ludwig was the first one to really popularize this category, right?
Indeed.
Ludwig was the first name, and then we just had SSG Mira. She did one. I think she had like 13,000 subs at one point. She was number 20 in the world of Twitch with the most subs on Twitch, which is insane. Congrats to her. Well done. Well done to Ludwig as well. It's very lucrative. But there are a few other people doing it right now, Athena being one of them. And one thing I have noticed that's come out from all of this is the lack of attention or respect to the community, I think, is the most polite way to say it. There's one big thing that came out where we're now seeing these streamers who are doing uncapped subathons, but they're spending less and less time in their own stream and having people take over their streams. And I think that's kind of where I draw the line. I talked with a few other content creators today, and they thought the same thing. It's like, if you're going to be doing an uncapped subathon, you should be spending all of your time that is humanly possible in your stream, on your stream, except for maybe sleeping, eating, having a dinner or something. Even that though, I've seen the content creators, they usually do it on their stream.
I mean, do you remember mine?
Your
I did-
uncapped, you did an uncapped subathon?
Yeah, I went for 23 hours. I started at 6 hours in,
Uh-huh.
and like
So it wasn't capped at anything though, like 50
no, it wasn't
hours?
capped. I
Okay.
went when I was a kid. So I did everything but poop on stream. That's the way I
Mhm.
did it.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
the way I
ordered
feel like it
food,
should be
so I'd
done.
still be on stream. We watched some YouTube videos or watch RLCF, whatever was on.
Mhm.
I was eating food. I slept on stream. I literally slept on the floor, put my camera down, and
Yeah,
people watched me sleep. It was weird, but I still did that because people are literally giving me money,
and
financially
see
supporting me. Why would it be like, I'm gonna leave now? Here's my cousin. Like, I just think that's dumb. Or leaving and be like, watch this video of some other dude doing content while I'm
and
gonna go to my nice comfortable bed while I just think in my head, man, you guys give me $20 for me to go an extra few hours and I'm
yeah.
gonna use it. Not here. So
So,
yeah.
I can see if you're sleeping and wanting to be entertaining still to bring someone else on to do it while you're sleeping. Okay. The thing that I disagree on, and I'm gonna call out Athena specifically on this, is
Whoa.
hey, it's happening. Here it is.
The
She
tea.
started this uncapped subathon. You guys can disown me at this point as well. Uh, on her birthday, right? No problem. Starts the subathon. We at one point she switches it over to somebody else, and at the bottom it said, or somehow it said that she had went to a birthday dinner. I don't agree with that. You're gonna
Mm,
start this uncapped subathon. People are giving you money to be here on the stream, and you are going out to dinner. You're not going to the bathroom. You're not feeling ill. You're taking your time from the stream and going out to dinner away from the stream and having somebody else run the stream for you. That's where it's like, come on, what are we doing here then? It's like, it's not to say you're disrespecting your community, but it feels more like you're taking advantage of a community at that point. Then, you know,
I mean, you
I,
are. You're like you're being selfish.
I
That's all it is. You're just like, I don't want to be in this discomfort right now, even though I got all this money. And like I'm gonna go do think something I want to do. And it's just like,
it's already, even with the sleeping thing and having someone else be on the stream, you're already pushing the boundaries of, is this really an uncapped subathon when you're still doing things that are within your comfort zone. But when
mhm,
you're completely leaving the house with your own choice, but you're knowing you have a subathon going and you could potentially be there, regardless of your birthday or not, I feel like you're cheating your community a little bit in that regard, you know?
yeah. And
And
then there's one person I knew in the community too that did a subathon, and half of the time I followed her or him
mhm,
or other, and every time I went in there, it was someone else.
really.
It was even that person.
And see,
Anytime I went in, I'm like, "What is this?" And then it was either like some mods were taking over, or
mhm,
it was some dude, and he's just chilling. And he's like, "Oh yeah, blah blah. We'll be back in the bed.
oh,
Went out to do this, or he went to go to bed." And I'm like, "This is just a money grab at this point."
yeah, it's like,
Like
what's
it's
the
just
point of
like
that
what?
point?
Like who are you? Are you getting paid too? Like it's
And
just like I
there's
don't
no
know.
disrespect to Athena. Athena's doing a wonderful job. It was just, that's an example that I found, and I know other creators have done it as well. And I
Mm,
don't I don't see how we can allow that stuff as content creators, regardless if you're big or small. At
yeah.
that point, it's like, don't do an uncapped subathon. Set a time limit. You're gonna go for 12 hours a day. You're gonna continue the next day. Do something
Mhm,
else, because I think we're setting a bad precedent for other content creators if we do that, especially as someone that has a followage and a voice like that. To where like,
mhm.
oh yeah, it's okay. I have someone else on the screen, and it's like, at the end of the day, we all know, regardless of who's on that screen, they're not there for that person. They're there for the content creator and whose channel this is.
Yeah.
You know,
The oh crap, what was I gonna say now? Um, dude, I'm gone.
what does
I had
JJ
something really
think?
good to say and
I'll
I forgot,
interject.
dude.
I'll interject.
I'll
Um,
hold a day. Where's my
no,
beer? Here's my beer.
I definitely echo the sentiment that you guys have kind of gone over. Like, I feel like hearing that. Like, I actually didn't know that
Mhm.
Athena had done that, and I don't know. That kind of irks me a little bit. But for me, it really comes from the standpoint. I mean, I obviously I look up to Ludwig a lot. I mean, Ludwig
Mhm.
is he's given me a massive inspiration to kind of pursue the avenue of content I've gone down, and um, watching that subathon unfold, it really felt like history was being made on Twitch. Like it felt like that was genuinely history, and the
Mm,
way he went about it, and the way he was transparent about how he was going to distribute the funds, like everything just kind of seemed like it seemed very genuine. Because when he started, he didn't plan for it to go that long. Because I mean, that's the first I've ever heard of a stream going that long from a subathon. Like it just wasn't a thing. But now, if you say uncapped subathon, you're thinking 30 days,
Yeah.
a month, like if you have that community, people are just going to keep going, right?
Right.
But before, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but before Ludwig, I had not heard of people doing subathons for an entire month. That was not a thing,
No.
you
I heard
know.
like
And
72 hours max.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. It was a few days and at most. And I think what really irks me about all of it is it feels like they're trying to not copy Ludwig, because I mean I copy Ludwig all the time. It's great. You gotta copy what the big boys are doing, but um, it's the fact that it feels very, I don't know, disingenuous to go into it the way some creators are. It doesn't feel like they are real. They have their heart in it. It more just kind
Right.
of seems like they're just trying to capitalize on something that they know is going to be big for them,
Mhm.
and that's tough. That's tough to see. I feel like, I don't know, man. When Ludwig,
Your camera's
why are you
getting all
laughing?
glitchy.
Oh, is it?
There it
Oh
goes.
You're
It's
God.
good
back.
now.
It's
It's
back.
back. It's back.
Um, yeah, I don't know, man. The friggin' that subathon that Ludwig did, like it just
Legendary.
it was legendary, man. And there
Yeah.
was like there was an end to it, and there's just everything about it was just it
It's like
it felt special,
it's
and now it feels like it's not special, and it
right.
feels like it's setting a bad precedent, like you said, for new streamers. Like, how I'm not gonna do an uncapped subathon. I'll say
No.
straight up right now.
Mm.
But if that's the new meta for Twitch streams, I don't want to be a part of that. Like,
Right.
that's like a one-time thing that this really famous streamer did that I look up to. Like, I'm not gonna do that. Even if it means success, I don't. That's unhealthy.
The
It's a terrible precedent to set, and
mhm.
like I just don't want to do that.
The big thing for me is we've all known of subathons forever. And what was the number one thing with the subathon was, even if it was 24 hours, was the streamer was there the 24 hours. So
Yeah.
if we're gonna change this to uncapped subathons, I think there should still be a precedent where the streamer needs to be there as much as physically possible. And it's not to say that it's like, oh, you have to be there now, though. This is what you have to do no matter what. But at the same time, if you're going to announce an uncapped subathon, you better set your own expectations to be there as much as possible. You know,
And
and
incentives too. Like people are just
and
being lazy. They're
incentives.
just going live. They're going
Flash
live.
said that too. Yeah, he
Doing
said you
nothing.
should have events planned. It should be a complete planned thing, regardless of how long you think it's going to go. You
Yeah.
know, and
Like I
again,
may
this
do one in the future, but not like maybe uncapped because that's just
right.
unhealthy. But
It's
like
rough.
people are literally financially giving you like just
Hmm.
having a ton of incentives out for. I was killing myself on stream. Like I
Yeah.
was doing some terrible things that were hurting me, and but I still went through with them. I was gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna leave now. Like a lot of people are
Yep.
like, hey, Ludwig did it. I'm gonna do it too.
Yep.
Watered down though, because I'm not gonna be here half the time, and I'm not gonna bring anything new to the table. I'm just gonna sit here and be
Call it
like,
the
I'm
half-assed
pretty, give
uncapped
me
subathon.
money, and then leave. And that's
Yeah.
it. And it's just like
Again,
so lazy. And I agree. Like honestly, I think what Twitch should do is actually crack down on people literally
yeah.
just doing these subathon things and taking advantage of the community. And
Yep.
when they leave, and call them out like, hey, you got a ban strike.
Yeah, or something. And again, this isn't just a slight at Athena. That was just one example. I
Oh,
know there's other content creators that have done it, but that's the most recent one where it was like, come on. And I know a lot of smaller content creators have done something similar though. So it's definitely something where they're coming into new territory. With the whole subathon thing, I think is when they had to come up with the rule that you can only stream for so many hours, especially with people, having bad health conditions out of it. So now they're gonna have to come up with something with the uncapped subathons because it's not gonna look good on Twitch either. When
yeah.
someone has a health issue or anything, and they're just gonna be like, "Oh, they were doing an uncapped subathon." Well, what was Twitch's answer? Well, we made them hit the end button 2 days in, and so they just had to restart the stream.
Mhm. But I
It's
think too, it's just unhealthy mentally and physically on you. Especially, let's say it's a bad subathon. Let's say no one gives you money.
yeah,
How's that going to affect you mentally?
even
So
worse. If you
like a lot
if
of
you were
people that can't
packing
handle
it
that,
in,
they're just be like rude, be like, oh, what am I doing wrong or whatever. And another point is like, if you go for a super long time, you're killing yourself on the stream. Like you're not doing any exercise, you're not getting outside, you're sitting there playing games. It's ruining you. And I was only live for 23 hours, and even then, I was dead. It ruined my weekend. Because Saturday I was trying like no Sunday I was trying to recover or something like that, and I had to wake up like 3 p.m. on a Sunday. I had Monday off luckily, but I was still out of it. I felt
mhm,
like I felt weak. I fell asleep on the floor, a hardwood floor. It's not fun for you. But I mean, Twitch is all about your health and stuff like that. And I don't know if it's a really good promotion for your streaming community
Right.
either. Like, hey guys, watch how long I can go and make money from it. Like, what do you think a 13, 14-year-old kid's gonna think about that?
They're gonna think I need a
Yo,
PC so I can go
money?
stream.
We're doing
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I think
That being
it
said, I deep throat beer balls, so I'm not the one to talk to about good things to do on stream, but I'm gonna be that guy and do that.
I think it goes hand in hand too with like the 1 year, 2 year, 3 year challenge. We've seen a few content creators that hopped on that wagon thinking, oh, if I do a year long of streaming, I'm gonna blow up. I'll be the next Widow, or I'll be the next whoever. And when in reality, at the end of the day, a 1 year challenge is cool, but that's not why people are looking at the content. You
No,
know, it it,
I
it
would tell
goes
people
farther
end all
than
the
that.
time.
Yeah,
Like uh, every okay, I'm gonna say every person now because I think this is true. Anyone who's doing these insane challenges like streaming every single day are gonna have the worst mental health ever. Because if
I
you're
feel like
streaming every day, that means you're not going on vacation and hang with your friends. You're not
yeah,
like you're always putting that thing first, which is going live to people on the internet. And that's a terrible thing on your mental health. You're not going to Christmas dinner with your family, you're not hanging with your family, your friends, you're not going out, you're not getting exercise, depending how long you stream for. And people are streaming every single day for 3 years.
yeah,
Like my plans, I want to get away. I want to
yeah.
do traveling, I want to do fun things. I understand with COVID, it's like, yeah, you're kind of stuck here. But when you set those things, especially for 3, 4, 5 years long, it's like you have no like plans in your life, like get married, find a cute boy, cute girl, do anything.
I,
You're gonna put this thing first for that long.
I feel like your productivity just goes away, especially probably after like the 30 to 60-day period. Your
Mhm.
productivity as a content creator is going to be non-existent, outside of waking up to go live every day.
You're not posting like those who do these 1, 2, 3 year things. Are they posting anywhere else, or are they just going live?
It's hit and miss for sure,
Yeah, it just
but yeah, it's like what are they doing and what are they able to do now?
yeah, because
So
the ones that do see doing that usually just make some tweets here and there
mm,
while they're live,
that's a
but they're
lot of
not
that.
actually
That's a lot
doing
of
editing.
streamers, though. I mean, I think we can categorize the difference between streamers and content creators now too. At that point,
Well, yeah, you know what I'm
but
saying though.
that's a whole other rabbit hole.
Mm.
To move on though, I think this is a good segue. Have you guys been reading about all the scandals and whatnot with streamers and what they're calling the hashtag Twitch do better now?
I've seen it. Um, I
Not in
don't
depth.
fully know what's about.
So the one example that I have is there is a Twitch ambassador. I can't remember her name, but she has been getting actual hate raids. So they're coming
Okay.
in, yeah, they're coming in and they're explicitly pushing uh racial slurs, hate speech, and it's basically bots or a group of people that just come in
Mm,
and spam the chat over and over and over with those kind of things.
mhm,
And to the point where this person, she's not only a Twitch partner, she's been in the Twitch community forever, but she's also a Twitch ambassador, which means that she's actually kind of unofficial, official spokesperson for Twitch to ambassador and bring more people into the Twitch community. And she is talking about leaving the Twitch community and going to YouTube or somewhere else where she can
mm,
feel more safe with her community on Twitch. So or on streaming. And so now Twitch has finally come out and said that they are going to look into it a little bit and try and better prevent those types of things. But what do you guys think about that? I personally I've never seen this hate raid type. I've seen troll raids, but not people that are coming in and just spouting slurs.
Yeah.
I've heard of a hate raids for about a year now.
Mhm.
Like back when I did Quokka Squad, I was someone in my community that had them, talked to me about
Mhm.
them, and I'm like, oh, I never heard about it. And I'm not even kidding. The guy says, well, it's because you're white. I'm like, not allowed to know
God.
about things. I was like, what the heck? I was like, just because it didn't affect me doesn't mean I
Yeah.
not know about it.
Idiot.
Whatever. No, no, it's just because I'm a white guy. I'm not a girl. I'm not like any other race. I'm like, okay, sorry. And I didn't get to know about it. He didn't tell me. Just you're white. I'm like, okay. But I knew about it for a while. The issue is the more we talk about the hate raids and the more popularity it gets, the
Mhm.
more people are gonna do it.
I think that was a problem for her as well. When she
Yeah.
started posting about it on Twitter, that's
Yeah.
when it started getting worse.
It's the Streisand effect. And
Yeah.
obviously there's a point where I mean, like if that was happening every stream, I don't know how you could get through a stream. Your chat would be unusable. You'd have to like completely
Mhm.
switch it up. So I on one hand I get it, but on the other hand, I have seen a lot of people in not even just with hate raids, but with anything negative that comes their way on Twitch, which is an online open platform, um, they'll post about it, and it's like I understand the intent behind it, but I also feel like you're bringing more attention to it, which is
Right.
exactly what the people who are doing it want. That's what they want. They want to get a reaction out of you. So
It just
I
becomes
mean,
a revolving door at that point too. Then.
yeah, 100%. And obviously, I mean the only thing people would ever really make fun of me on stream is I'm heavier, so they'll be like, "Oh, you're fat," and you just ignore them, or
You just tell them, yeah, thanks for letting me know what I've known for
I had no
forever.
idea.
like
Just don't
obviously
emotionally react.
there's
That's the biggest
yeah.
thing. Like the same thing with what's it called when you get botted on stream.
Yeah.
The people I've seen botted the most are those who emotionally react like, why would people do this? And then they go to Twitter after the stream like, I can't
Yeah.
believe people do this. It's like they're watching you, they're gonna do it again because they got the
Yeah.
reaction they want from you. When I get botted,
Yeah.
I'm just like, mute, notice, move on. I'm not gonna want to
Yeah.
spend money on someone who doesn't give a reaction.
Definitely
That's
hard.
it. And it's just like, I know this is a bit different, but same
Mhm.
thing. Just don't react like JJ. I know everyone knows he's a big boy. He doesn't react to it. He knows.
Well,
Yeah.
so with these types of raids, I feel like you could go into like a follower only mode and set it for 10 minutes. So at least then you don't have to deal with them for those 10 minutes that comes in. It kind of squanders what they're trying to do. You know? I feel like an easy thing like that to stop it. And like you said, stop talking about it for a while. And it'll eventually help itself out. But at the same time, these are problems in the Twitch community that do need to be addressed and do need to be fixed.
100%. I think something like hate raids, it sounds like a big deal. Like it does sound like it's almost out of the streamer's hands. But
Mhm.
if you think about the position Twitch is in, like they can only do so much about it. Like I'm sure they're actively trying to stop bots and hate raids, but I don't know what you can necessarily do to prevent that. They have tools in place like the follower only mode and stuff to hopefully prevent this kind of stuff. So I think it's a bit of both. I think maybe we need to not put it on display as much, but also I think maybe Twitch probably does have some things they could work on. But it's just funny. I see the responses from Twitch and they're like, "We know we've heard your responses and we need to do better." And it's just like this you're talking to a corporation,
It's
guys.
like the same thing then for them though. Don't respond. You know?
You're talking to a money machine. Like it's nothing. I don't know.
And I guess when you talk about bots too, it's like if you look at Facebook or Instagram or all those other places, they all have the same issues with bots. You know, like
It's
if
the
you go on
internet.
yeah, if you go on Instagram right now and you go down to a somebody that has some sort of pull or popularity on Instagram, there's probably 6 or 7 different posts on there that say promoted on this person's page, promoted on this person's page, or wow, thank you Jeff Goldblum for making me $6,000 in altcoin this month. You know, there's so many different forms of bots that no one has a handle on. It's going to be a long while before I think we see any of these issues really resolved in any meaningful way.
There's no like, it is what it is. It's like, hey government, we have to stop people from swearing at me in public. It's like, what really like can you really do?
Yeah,
There's
not
nothing.
much.
Just like, I mean, I hate to say this because people think like I'm a dick for saying this, but like, man up. You're gonna get a lot of hate. So with streaming, you get a lot of that kind of stuff, and you have to learn that it don't matter.
Yeah.
It's like you can make content out of it, like what I do with people. And I get crazy people all the time. But with some people, it's just like they overly react, and they get a lot more. And for some reason, they can't pick up on the pattern and be like, "Hey, don't react. Just try to ignore it." Like these things like don't matter. And I don't know. And you can't even tweet about it either. You can't tweet saying, "Hey guys, stop reacting to game follow botted," because when I do that, then now I'm a
I gotta
attack
tell
me.
you.
Yeah, so
you got the cheese touch.
I thought the biggest crazy thing from it was an ambassador was having this issue and getting nowhere with Twitch because she has connections at Twitch.
Yeah.
It's not like she's just a Twitch partner. She's an ambassador, so she knows the people behind the scenes. And even she's fed up to the point where she's like, I'm not going to stream or I'm going to another platform. You know, I think that's when you got to look at the bigger picture and be like, okay, there's actually something going on here that's causing people to feel this way.
Yeah.
So
it's a tough situation.
For sure.
I think I try to put myself in both situations, and if I'm the streamer, I would hate it, but if I'm Twitch, I don't know what exactly I can do.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
it's a tough one. It's a toughie.
There's nothing really there you can do. Unless you like, I know you can make like a fake IP address now, but like let's say there's IP banning, then that'd be
Mm.
beautiful because now people would be scared of that.
Well, supposedly they do have IP ban when you're banned from an account from a stream, but not from Twitch so far. I've never heard of
Yeah.
someone being banned from the platform, like IP banned off the platform.
I just know they can use a VPN service and like switch off, so they can get around that.
Then you'd
But if
have
there
to
was
pay all the
actually a way where it's like you're straight up like you can't do like that would scare people from
Yeah.
doing it. They
Oh,
would
yeah.
not do it anymore.
Or
But
except for
it's not-
the small form of idiots who don't understand how that works, and they don't, and then they'd be the one crying wolf when they actually get banned.
oh, yeah, like the 13-year-old kid, boohoo. But
Yeah.
learn a lesson. Maybe it'd be like okay, maybe it wouldn't be a long ban. It would be like the warning was like a day, a week, a month, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. So the 13-year-old kid would be like, hey, that was a good idea. Not gonna do that again. But if it's an adult, then you're just stupid. Like, sure, your parents don't love you, but yeah, that's different. Someone else in chat, I want to talk about something else too. I don't know who it was, but to you audio listeners, we are streaming on Twitch, by the way, every day, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch us on YouTube as well.
He did it
Thursday, every Thursday. And I was corrected from a ghost. And we also get posted on Spotify and Apple Music, anywhere you catch your podcast. But I screw this up every
and
single
YouTube as
freaking
well.
time.
Just to clarify, that is not every day. It's every Thursday
every day.
at 7 p.m. Eastern over here at twitch.tv/BlackFlame GG. Carry on.
Why don't you do it? Why don't
Well,
you just do it?
done. I thought I was gonna do it, but hey, you took it over. That
That was
works.
to stay away from me because I want to talk about something else.
What do you
I was
want to
gonna
talk
say
about?
to you audio listeners, someone in chat mentioned the OnlyFans banning.
Yes, I didn't know if we were gonna talk about this one. I was gonna save it.
Someone posted in chat, and I want to talk about it because it's actually pretty funny.
Freaking uppy moment. This is an
Go ahead,
moment.
Uppy. You explain it to everyone so they understand.
Yeah.
The
I love
topics
it.
aren't going
understand.
anywhere,
I just wanna
Kels.
talk
They're not
about it.
going anywhere.
Like I don't know too much on it. I just read the
Okay,
headlines, and all the headlines
so
are basically like, "Hey,
Here's
no nudity, no porn." It's like,
no.
Rick, are you?
So
But okay.
here's the gist of it. It's actually nudity still allowed within the confines of their terms of service. What's not allowed is sexually explicit content. So you won't see any sex or pornography on the site anymore, but you'll still see nudity. That's all they're getting rid of in October. But I just saw that too. I forget what I saw, Twitter or Instagram. That everyone's like, oh, it looks like girls and guys are gonna have to go get a real job now. But
So we can still post what we want to post. Got
you
it.
can still post nudes within their guidelines, which I don't understand what their guidelines actually are. And the homie toe pics
you
aren't
do.
going anywhere. We're good.
You've read it.
We're good. Not yet. Okay, I'm waiting for my OnlyFans representative to hit me up.
What about Uppy's bottle throat?
Yeah.
Bottle deep throating. Is that going to be allowed? I mean, that's
That's
future
technically
plans.
porn. That's
Yeah,
wouldn't
that falls
be,
under sexually explicit, I think.
That'd be sad. Imagine if I got kicked off Pornhub. I'm not on there. Imagine if I got kicked off of OnlyFans for doing that, but I've never been shown naked in my life or shown myself naked, I guess.
Be a tough life for sure. I wonder if since you're fully closed, it doesn't count as that. Maybe you're showing how to relax your throat. Therapeutic, right?
Well, what counts as porn? Like, what if someone's dry humping me full on clothes, you know?
Get me off this podcast, bro. What is going on?
You wanted
You
me
asked for this.
You're just
I
mad
did
'cause
not
I'm
ask for this
asking good
topic.
questions. If I'm getting dry humped by some dude, is that porn?
No!
Is that allowed? Look it up.
So how does it work? Is it what's being shown, or is it how it makes you feel?
Because
So
you
is
can
it-
naked,
Is
but you
it the
can't do
producer
porn.
or is
What
it
if
the
I'm doing it
consumer
while-
that takes
Am I
the
family
floor?
home right now?
I don't want to talk about this anymore. Get me out of here, bro.
JJ, thoughts?
No comment.
Dude, okay, I think I'm right though. Chat, anyone listening to the podcast right now, listen to me.
It makes sense.
So you can be nude, but you can't do porn. But if there's dry humping involved where you're wearing fully clothes and stuff like that, which would count as porn, is that allowed or not? But you're not naked, but you're allowed to be naked.
I don't think the nudity has to do with sexually explicit is the problem. It's the same thing. You can eat a banana on OnlyFans. You can't deep throat that banana.
So you can't
whole
do that?
meaning changes. I don't think so.
Okay, so I would not be allowed on OnlyFans.
Yeah, you'd be banned on OnlyFans.
Holy crap, guys, let's go.
Yeah, but you're allowed on
Pretty good.
Twitch. See, not all bad.
I've been banned once on Twitch for showing my lingerie, whatever that means.
Upton needs a hate raid on Twitch. We need to redirect these things, bro.
Wow.
Don't give him content. Come on.
Uh,
All right. Moving on to another topic that I actually want to talk about, and I know you guys are probably excited. I don't know about Uppy. Uppy's not excited about much, unless it's deep throating. Pokimane admitting to being burnt out. If you guys didn't read the topic, Pokimane basically goes over how she feels right now with her current media and content. And it's not so much that she's tired of creating content, is she's tired of feeling like she needs to create this certain type of content and doing all these gigs or all these different videos, and she's not really excited about the product or what she's doing. So that is where she's kind of going with the burnout. It's not so much content creation, it's the current content that she feels she's forced to make at this point. And she said she's gonna make a change as well. So how do you guys feel about that? Do you think a bigger content creator like that, like top of the crop basically, do you think they can be burnt out, so to speak?
Well,
I think it's a tough. That's a tough topic to tackle. I feel like the way she's talking about it, it reminds me a lot of like a musician who has aspirations to create something, but is limited by the environment they're in. Like the music industry sucks. The labels, big name labels, have so much control over what you put out, and the
Right.
creative process gets lost in that. You hear that time and time again. And I feel like from what you described, that's what she's feeling. She feels like she can't make the content she wants to without it affecting the people over her, the people who are paying her money, and I don't know, sponsors, whatever it is. It doesn't sound like she has creative control like she once did. Kind of coming up as a streamer, so it's a tough position to be in, man. I take a lot of creativity and inject it into what I do, and I'd feel really stuck if I felt like I couldn't do anything else, you know?
Right.
And clearly she hasn't. She's inspired to stream. Like she has the creativity for it and wants to go for it, but I don't know, man. That's a tough spot to be in. I mean, she can wipe her tears with $1,000 bills, but still, like as someone who's creative, I can resonate with that. Like that, even if you're making a ton of money, that's a tough spot to be in, man. It
Your
feels
passion
like,
doesn't change at that point either, you know.
yeah, exactly. You just feel unfulfilled, and when you have that much money and still feel unfulfilled, that must feel a lot worse, honestly, than not having any money.
Yeah,
and feeling
nothing
unfulfilled.
in the world can change that for you then.
Yeah.
Money, items, nothing. It's
What,
definitely go ahead.
I'm not gonna be rude. What does she do? I know, like, all I ever see her do is just chatting. Those are the only videos I see, like, on
Just
my For You
chatting,
page.
Among Us, shit, PUBG, Fortnite.
Oh, I never
She
see her play
She
any
eats
video games.
food. I've seen her
yeah.
eat food.
Mm-hmm.
JJ's For You page is food.
She's definitely, I don't know if you'd call her a lifestyle streamer, but she is one of those ones where you can just sit in there and hang out no matter what she's doing. I think that's the purpose of her type of content.
Like a comfort streamer.
Yeah,
Like
I would say
Tim,
so.
Tim does that too with his little 2 hours of the start of a stream. Like he'll do that kind of stuff. That's what I thought she was
Yeah.
for a long time, and I could totally understand you getting burnt out by that for
I
sure.
think she started out on Overwatch, if I remember right. I can't 100% remember that. But she does YouTube
Maybe.
and everything now as well, but I think she started out primarily as a streamer more than anything else. So it's one of those things. It's hard to hear and believe that the people who we've seen explode in the content creation side from Twitch or streaming start saying that they're burnout, you know? And it's
I think a lot of
like,
burnout comes from like not being challenged.
yeah,
Like
That's
that's a
very
like a
true.
big thing. And
That's very
remember
true.
where she started from Justin TV.
yeah,
So the fact that it took her this long to admit that she's burnt out's a miracle in itself, because like she's not really challenging herself anymore as a content creator. Like she has established that she's one of the largest content creators, I think.
yeah,
And so there's what's the next thing? And again, like you said, these certain deals she has, she can't do those next things.
right.
She's stuck in this little bubble of like not being challenged, and it's affecting your mental health. That's a huge thing. People with mental health, it's like they're not being challenged in life. They just have stuff given to them, or like they have it pretty easy where it's just like now their head's going at them. But yeah, with her, that's probably what's happening. And like Like I said, how long has it been? Like 8 years she's been doing this?
Yeah,
Justin TV's
probably
been around
more.
for
Probably
like a
closer
long
to
time.
10. Yeah.
And yeah, it's not a viewership thing either. I'm sure she's killing it with views.
Yeah.
It's just
Well,
that it's
Trauma
just the
just said
same thing.
she's playing Valorant right now with 16,000 viewers.
Okay, there you go.
16,000. But like Dean said too, it makes you feel like you're not alone when you feel burnout, whether you have one viewer or 500,000 or a million. You know, everyone feels that same burnout in everything too, not just content creation, but workflow, you know, anything in life you can feel that burnout in. It's just wild to see someone finally come forward that everyone looks up to be like, yeah, I'm pretty burnt out on this whole streaming thing and content creation thing right now. You
I
know,
think Ninja was pretty honest right from the get-go when it came to his burnout. Like,
of
people hate on him for,
Fortnite.
like, he had a huge peak
Yeah.
with Fortnite and stuff like that, but he was honest with it too. He's like, "I like this," and he did the whole deal with, Mixer, which, didn't work out, but,
Didn't work
like
out for Mixer.
Yeah, it
They
worked
got
out
a
for Ninja, dude.
huge payout.
oh, yeah, for sure, I can't even imagine how much that was, but,
Over 10 million.
yeah, it was insane, but, like, he has been more flexible with what he's been able to do and not able to do. Like, he's doing, League of Legends, I know. He's doing Valorant, he's doing stuff he actually enjoys. It
He's
seems like
playing
he has a lot more freedoms than,
He was
Pokey
playing
has right
Final
now.
Fantasy the other day, and I say
There you
this
go.
only, but he only had like 3,500 people in his chat. When's the last time you seen Ninja with that low of a number, you know?
Yeah.
How many
Yeah,
people?
3,500.
Back on Mixer.
Yeah.
That was the last time there. Yeah, like, I see him right around, like, 16K everyone
Yeah.
now. It's crazy to think that, like, back in the Fortnite days,
They
he
were
was
doing
hitting
hundreds of thousands.
400,000.
Yeah.
He was playing with Drake.
It was insane back
Like,
then what Fortnite and what that whole boom did for a lot of people. And the
yeah.
opportunities it gave to streamers who were before then just seen as low angle content creators, you know. You just go live and play video games all day and it's like, yeah, you do, but there can be more to that, you know. So
Yeah.
it was cool to see. Definitely cool to see. As far as burnout goes too though, I feel like a lot of people are being burnt out in a lot of different ways, from content creation to just gaming. I don't know if you guys have looked recently. I know both of you do Rocket League, but not regularly. But Rocket League, viewer wise on Twitch, has been around 11,000 viewers every day, and we haven't seen numbers this low since before free to play was announced. And
That's crazy.
yeah,
When I started streaming, that's what that was the high
what it
end of
was.
Rocket League.
Right.
That's crazy. That's
And
crazy, dude.
to see it back now at this, and you know, I never want to make the excuse of that's why everyone's numbers are low, but at the same time, you can't ignore when unanimously less people are watching Rocket League than ever before, whether it be during RLCS or not.
It is a
Because
factor. I mean, I'm sure in your guys' chat too, you guys have all heard people say, "Hey, I've quit Rocket League." I made someone uninstall Rocket League last night. I
really,
broke his axles and he left. Like, straight sent me a picture of him uninstalled Rocket League. So I'm the problem. But
I
yeah, it's
would
a
say I
factor.
get probably two people a day that have come in that I haven't talked to in months. And I'm like, oh yeah, you know, it's been 2 months. I just don't play Rocket League anymore. And I asked why. I was like, what changed? They're all, no, just didn't want to play it anymore. You know, just dropped off. And they like all kind of dropped off at the same time though. And so it's been a really weird thing to see in the last 3 months, to see Rocket League after RLCS finished, especially, just kind of plummet the way it has.
It's
You know
definitely a
something
Rocket League
I've
thing.
noticed is it's kind of wild, and I don't know if this is just me, but I feel like the entire streaming space, it feels not it feels a little dead right now. You know, last big thing I can think of was Lud's Subathon, but I mean, there's no big game right now. There's no meta on Twitch right now. Nobody's doing anything that's pushing the envelope right now, and games right now, like outside of streaming, there's just not any. There's no games that are like
That's
attracting people.
It's exactly
And
how I felt even for me. Like, you
yeah,
know, I play Rocket League, I get done with that, and I don't want to play video games. And not because I'm burnt out on video games as a whole, but there's nothing that's attracting me to playing games. There, you know, there's Splitgate came and went. I feel like it's a novelty game. It's not so much like it was Knockout City with a huge corporation behind it. Obviously, Splitgate was a very small team, but I don't feel like it has the legs that people think it does to stand on and really be a AAA rated game. But there's no games out there that really capture my attention right now. And it's really weird. It's a really weird time. People are like, you're just getting old. And it's like, no, I've been through that whole getting old and not want to play video games. I've always wanted to play games. But this is different. This feels like the gaming industry as a whole is kind of stagnating.
Yeah.
You know?
And be a
sometimes
personality streamer, become a meme, blow up.
I
That's the thing with the
Well,
Rocket
see,
League
they're
community.
trying to ban the deep throating, so we're kind of SOL on that.
Well,
right?
that sucks. I'll do something new. I would say for me though, like I'm a Rocket League streamer, but I'm only streaming Rocket League half the time in a way because a lot of times you come to my stream, I'm doing just chatting and just doing like talking and doing weird stuff, and that's why a lot of people have stuck around. They'll say to me, "I don't even play Rocket League. I don't like Rocket League, but I need a drinking buddy," so they stick around. It's big brain plays because someone always wants someone to talk to. There's lonely people out there they want someone to be with, and a
Right.
lot of my audience is adults, which is dope because they're mature too. So I'm not dealing with kids all the time, and kids will come and go with, especially with Rocket League. They're getting bored of it right away right now. The burnout and the nothing new added to the game. And if you're like purely do Rocket League, sorry homie, you're gonna see that a lot, especially TikTok streamers. Like, well, not TikTok streamers, but people have a large following on TikTok that most of their viewership came from TikTok. I think sooner or later they're going to see a huge drop off. And because I heard someone was tweeting about it, I think yesterday or today, they mentioned too that Rocket League content TikTok is just constantly the same thing. It's full circle. There's nothing new really being added. It's like, oh, here's tips and tricks, tricks and tips. I had a stroke.
You're
It's
struggling
the same
today.
thing. And people are getting bored by that. It's like if you stream every single day, people are gonna be bored by you. And that's what's happening. And I'm not shocked by it.
Well, like
But
Trauma brought up a good point though, is how much do you think that COVID affected everyone's view on streaming and content creation? I think COVID affected the content creation side positively by basically forcing people to not be able to do anything besides inject online content. I think what hurt more was when things started opening up, everyone left in droves. And it definitely affected some people more than others. A lot of people's viewerships and a lot of streamers and content creators stopped creating content because of that. That sudden decrease in viewership out of nowhere. You know, there's quite a few content creators now, especially in the Rocket League space, that just aren't making content right now. You know,
I knew a lot of streamers I kind of came up with that just ended up stopping, and it's like, I don't know, man. Sometimes I wonder if it's the game of Rocket League that started to decay, or if it's COVID. What I really think on a macro level is I don't think live streaming is becoming less popular per se, but I think people are a little burnt out on in like viewing live stream content. That's the vibe I get, the sentiment I get from anything I read online and just from talking with people. And I feel like the people who are creating content on all platforms and not just leaning into the live streaming one part, that's where those people are finding success.
right?
And I mean, it's the age old saying, create content off of Twitch if you want to grow on Twitch. But I feel like more and more content is becoming, you have to have the whole package. You know what I mean? And that's where I look towards YouTube. I see the vision YouTube has now, where they have YouTube Shorts, the short form content. They have live, which is the live stream content, and they have long form content, which is just regular YouTube videos.
Yeah.
It really seems like the industry is moving towards, you have to create an ecosystem around your content if you want to be successful, and the live stream component is just supplementary.
Yep.
You don't. I mean, there are famous streamers currently. You know, big streamers, Tim the Tap Man, Nick Merckx, that are killing it right now. They're established at this point, but I feel like anybody coming up now, it needs to be what the future is going to look like, and I think that's what the future is going to look like. But I really do feel like the live streaming has been less popular these past few months.
I think so. I agree with that, but I don't think it's live streaming's been less popular. I actually was talking about this today on stream. I think live stream gaming is becoming less popular. And live stream is turning more towards IRL streams, how-to streams, arts and crafts streams, stuff like that. Stuff where a video game is not the main forefront, where that's basically how Justin TV and Twitch got started, was live streaming gaming. And I think live streaming gaming is starting to become the least popular thing and more just about people's lives and what they do and work or hobbies and whatnot. And I've talked about it a few times now with my community, saying that once our shop's up in our backyard and built, I kind of want to do live streams during the day, just working on the truck and showing the process of that in the off-road hobby. Because I feel like that'd be something different to bring, and talk about shock rebuilds or rebuilding truck parts, stuff like that, to differentiate the content between gaming and IRL. Because I feel like IRL content, everyone can grow with that. I feel like there comes a point at everyone's age where you kind of stop watching gaming content and you move towards other things, But the IRL content creators and the vloggers and stuff, that kind of content it grows while you grow, if that makes sense. So
I think it's tough with gaming right now. Like, obviously there's no big games out right now, but with COVID, everyone and their mother got a webcam and started streaming.
Yeah.
And they're all streaming games. I mean, for the most part, nobody who picked up streaming as a hobby from COVID just had this elaborate idea for IRL streams. I mean, there's probably a few, but majority, they're playing games they want to play. And it really feels like the gaming section of live streaming just got way oversaturated to the point where nobody even wants to give new streamers a chance.
Right.
They have their core streamers. I mean, even I feel this. I'm tired of going into streams and then I meet this dude who's not even putting in effort at all, and it's just like it burns you out on giving people a shot.
Right.
Like, live stream content was already hard enough to consume, to meet new people with, because it's just such a time investment. You have to sit down and watch somebody for 10 minutes to get the entire vibe of what they do. And once you do that enough times for people who really don't have the heart for it or aren't really putting forth the effort, you just kind of get like I don't know if I really want to go watch them. I'm probably gonna just waste 10 minutes of my time. It's just become oversaturated with the bottom tier of effort. And I don't want to I'm not trying to come up on some high horse yeah, my stream 10 times better than those people's, but part of it comes with the fact that some people just did it for fun. They didn't care. They're not trying to put on a show. But for the people who are actually investing their mental energy and time into it, I feel like they get kind of lumped in with those people, and it's hard to be discovered that way.
Very hard.
Yeah.
I think another thing too is the average attention spans going down like crazy because people's favorite content's now 6 seconds. So it's hard to stick around a stream. And homie, I swear, if you change your camera background one more time, I'm getting distracted now, dude. What are you at the freaking Hawaii now, there, bud? Oh my gosh!
I'm just making trips. Okay, I was on the Starship Galactic. Now I'm at the beach.
Again, attention span. There you go. I don't know what I was talking about anymore. Go on. Who's next? Who's talking?
No, I 100% agree that the attention span is going to be the death of content creation, I think. Because, how much shorter can we get besides a minute? Even TikTok pushed it down to 15 seconds is one of their recommended areas. 15 seconds. What kind of video can you make in 15 seconds? It's a single shot clip is basically what it is. So, it's going to come to a point where maybe content creation does die, and people just stop watching these types of videos and stuff. But I don't know. It's definitely a weird future. Right now is a very weird time, and I'm curious to see how this fall and winter, if it'll bounce back or what this fall and winter brings, because summer's always slow. But this has been a weird kind of slow, and like JJ said, it's felt very weird and stagnant. Like nothing is going on right now.
Yeah.
In every event that we do hear about, it's just kind of, oh, it's here. Like Twitch Rivals. Did anyone hear anything about Twitch Rivals for Rocket League? That was yeah, all of a sudden they were like, tomorrow we're doing this. And I'm like, I didn't see a single content creator post about it. All of a sudden it was just here. So there's definitely no build up to anything too. It's just here one day, gone the next right now. It's very, very eerie time as a content creator.
Yeah.
It still happens in September and October.
Yeah.
Like that's when it's supposed to go back up. If it doesn't, that's kind of scary. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what my bedrock of content on YouTube will do in September and October. I'm interested to see if, like, obviously the Twitch streams have been a bit slower in the summer, but I've been new to YouTube and I have not gone through that peak
up and
season.
down stage. Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what YouTube has to offer this season, but especially with streaming too, I'm interested, like, have we reached a point where
there is no up and down? It's just down,
it's just kind of like,
Yeah. It's definitely, it's going to be interesting to see. And there's just, I feel like in the community, there's a lot of unrest. Obviously my view is more in the Rocket League community, but everyone's like, we want information. What's going on next? Where's RLCS? Why are tournaments broken? Where's the new content? Why are we not getting answers? And I think that's fueling a lot of what we're seeing in the Rocket League community, at least. The downward dive, so to speak. I think the worst part about this whole, we're going to speak Rocket League specifically, is that Psyonix came out about a month and a half ago and said, hey, we hear you. You guys want to hear what we're doing in the background? What's going on? What fixes we have? We're going to give them to you. And then they gave their a teaser trailer to a season, which they've never done before. They've always done season trailers. And everyone, thought it was a Cars update. They thought it was Unreal Engine 5. They thought it was this, thought it was that. Turned out to just be the new season, new car, new map. Okay, no big deal. They bring the season out, and the season has more bugs in it than I've ever seen before. Tournaments are broken yet again, and there's complete silence from Psyonix on any issues that are in the game right now. And it's like, you guys just said a month and a half ago you're gonna give information, but you're back not giving information again. I just feel like Psyonix is shooting themselves in the foot right now, big time.
I never cared for content creators either, unless you're like one of the first people that help grow the game in a way. They never really cared for new ones. Like, I've never seen them do anything for them. They don't code. That's it.
Yep. Well, and it's like
that's it.
You look at even the Twitch rival site, it's usually the same people or a few new pros that come in. Top Gun's gotten in there finally. We've seen Tenacity in there. But, there's still so many more. There's a huge pool of talent and marketing that they can pull from. Regardless of this, if someone has a few thousand less followers than the other, there's people in this person's community that haven't seen Twitch rivals or can be marketed to that they just neglect completely. And it's
You
just
get bored of those faces. You want to see someone new do it.
that was something we brought up today too.
All about money.
But it's the same thing. It's like you said, it's all, you want something new. Market a new streamer.
Can you imagine seeing UPTON on there?
Bring in a new face. And if you deep throat a bottle, you're just gonna. Actually, you know what? Stonks might go up with that.
Rocket League average viewing went for like 3 million.
Yeah. But
That's what they do. Like, that's with me. Like, I'm gonna throw shade here. Like, a lot of Rocket League content creators, in my opinion, are just boring. Like, it's basically just them doing like the same thing everyone else is doing with no personality.
The hard thing to say though is, are they boring, or is it that there's just not enough meat on the Rocket League bone to try something really different?
Well,
you got Lethamir. Lethamir is probably the most different person as a content creator that we've seen.
I mean, more like personality wise, like they're not really doing anything themselves. Like I said, like with me, like half the time I'm doing just chatting, and Rocket League is like a background game for me.
Right.
But like, there's always stuff I'm doing while I'm doing streaming the game, and a lot of people are literally just strictly streaming the game.
Right.
And
no mic, lo-fi music, like
you go to TikTok. Yeah, you
I
go
got
to
a sad anime picture.
TikTok's the same stuff too. It's just like, hey, here's how you do a flip reset or whatever it is, and then you go check their channel, and they're just doing free play. They're playing some games, and I understand you can't do too much of Rocket League or new stuff, but like you yourself, you can be unique in your own ways. And people hold back, and they're trying to do like, I want to be the next this person. And it's like, well, you're just another watered down version of them if you want to be the next person. And you're just like, I don't know, they're scared. They won't do anything. And when I do something, I get hate. So whatever. Here.
Hey, no such thing as bad publicity, though.
Dude, have you seen Twitter, man? They made it bad.
Yeah, you freaking were walking me. Do we want to talk about that before the end of this? Why am I the dog in that picture?
I didn't do anything. I saw that 24 hours later. I'm like, yo, I'm walking homie. Nah, dude, that was awesome. Stonks go up, man. That was
Hey,
I like that.
whoever the Black Flame social media guy is, he's fired.
Gotti.
Fired.
Yeah, he's the best.
I didn't want to put his name out.
Yeah, well, I did because he actually made me look good. The other social media managers made me look like garbage. So I like.
God.
All right. That being said, though, guys,
I agree,
It's,
Dirty Spider.
the hour is up. Any last closing statements?
JJ is a pooga.
Homie is a pooga, and thanks for listening, guys. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Do we have anyone to raid yet, boys? All right, we got some raid boys. All right, you guys know who we are. JJ the Tubster, check him out on all socials. MG Homie, check him out on all socials.
At the
My name's,
beach.
UPTON. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Hope you guys enjoy the podcast. Bless up, enjoy, and
Fuel up,
grease me.
boys.
Check us out on Spotify, YouTube.